hustle, but the night we know that the ride or die.
Welcome to the House of the Princess.
I keep waiting by my seat. Know that the ride or die.
I'm 50% righteous, 50% ratchet.
We hustle, but the night we waiting by my seat. Know that the ride or die. My name came up a lot of sounds. More when
Thank
I
y'all
was
for
not
joining
around.
us.
Certain people that I know.
Well, that's handy. Hi, everybody. I did something to my camera on accident. As soon as I got ready to go live. Okay. Always just like me to fuck up. How are y'all doing anyway? Like, I had a hard time going live because of this new StreamYard and all these new things. And hopefully you can see me in a minute. And it wouldn't let me do things. Oh shit. I'm not interested in like starting this live over. How are y'all doing? Did y'all miss me? And look, I had just went live on TikTok a second ago. I didn't even know that I could do that. So like I'm excited. And so that was part of the reason why I was a little late. Oh, sorry, hold on. Just trying to navigate all these technical difficulties. Please bear with me. Why is it? Let me see. I know what to do. Let me see what to do. Is it gonna do this? Yep. It is not picking up my camera. I really don't want to do this twice. Hold on. Where's the commercial? What do you need it? Am I still yes, you still a mod. I ain't never fire you. I did not. And I'm mad that this is not picking up my thing. It was on there right until like the second I kicked the camera over because it wasn't centered. And now it's like, fuck you. Anyway, so it's election night, y'all. See how the devil works? That's all he want to do. Is this the devil? And I'm going to tell him to go to hell. And this is Trump. He just got mad because of what I said about his ass over there on TikTok. Okay? And it's the government. I'm going to blame it on that because they're like, you little black funky bitch. How dare you think that you're going to get up here and tell these people to go vote? Baby, I'm going to do it regardless. And I'm going to scream from the mountaintops, go vote. Some of you still have time to go vote. And that's what I want you to do, okay? Go vote. Go vote. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out of here. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm talking. Y'all can't hear me. That would make sense. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a commercial. And I'm going to come out of StreamYard. And I'm going to come back. And hopefully by then, you can actually see me. Yes, thank you for voting. All right, let me see if that works. All right, let me go down. Well, that's what he said.
Royalty Beauty Brands is a female, Black-owned beauty company with all of your cosmetic needs in mind. Right now, we offer hair extensions, eyelash extensions, and our flagship product, Yumbella Lip Glam. Coming soon to add to our product line will be promo merchandise, lip oil, lip scrub, beard oil, body butter, body soap, and makeup, to name a few. Every product is vegan friendly and carefully made with the consumer in mind. Check out our Royalty Beauty brand social media and go to our website to sign up for our exclusive mailing list for discount codes and to place an order. Don't forget to leave us some feedback. Royalty Beauty Brands. We see the beauty in you.
Ta-da! And it didn't fit right either. It's still not right, but I'll deal with that. Okay. You voted last month. Did you have to come back here to vote or not? So look, I don't have usually y'all know I'm very structured in my show. And I don't have a structure today. I just don't. Um Yes, Tada, let me turn my phone down. I don't have a structure today because I wasn't sure if I was going live. And also, I'm trying to decide and y'all can help me. Oh, okay. Y'all can help me decide what I want to do. I got watch parties to go to, but I kind of don't know if I want to go. It is raining cats and dogs, and I'm off camera for a second. I was fixing the lights and things. Should I go outside and go to the watch party with Jesse Jackson? Now look, I know this live ain't gonna have 10 billion people in it, right? Because it's about something that matters. But I know that my word will get out. Oh look, hey, good morning. I didn't think to put on my crown either. Look, and it's my hair. Look, I got a new chair and everything, y'all. So look, I need to change the camera, the way it looks. I got a lot of shit to do, and I'm not even realizing. Look, if I do it, I don't want the shit to fall down, to fall apart like it did a second ago, right? So you can see my head. Oh, now you can see the top of my head a little bit, just a little bit. And let me see, am I less blurred? Bow, 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 bow. Okay, how y'all doing? These folks in YouTube are gonna be mad. Yes. Okay. Hey y'all. So let's start again for those who don't know. For those who, and matter of fact, while I'm doing that, also let me change. What is this? I need to go to YouTube Studio. Okay. And change this. Make sure that it's on subscribers only. Why? Because I know the minute I start to say Trump, okay, all of them things and all of those bots will come, and all of those people will come and try to infiltrate my damn show. So let's get it cracking, okay? Now get the hell off the screen. I'm here to do one thing and one thing only. I might not be here for a long time, but definitely every time we come, you have a good time. So I haven't, I'm not a drinker. Y'all know this. But today is the day to have a nice toast. And I haven't had a drink today. I was supposed to bring like a cool beverage. I said I was going to go to the liquor store and drink like some real liquor today. But I didn't do that. I do have some wine though, and maybe some little shooters. But I do have a thing of Patron I done had since, was it July? My daughter's birthday, a little bitty one. So I might could drink that. That's enough for me. So this is a day, and I'm saying this to say people who been here know what I'm talking about. This is one of them days you grab your cool beverages, you grab whatever you grab, and you come here and you have a good time. I'm not in the club anymore. What you mean? You're going to have to remind me what club. Oh, I am. I thought about going outside I should be at bottle 5 right now. I don't drink them, and I don't go get them. But yes, I am still in the club. I had to think about it. I got to get these wheels turning. So let's start from the top now, because your StreamYard stuff is changing. All these things are changing. Welcome to the House of the Princess, where I am your host, Princess A.V. Okay. As you come in, please support a Black business. I am a Black woman. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You also saw a commercial about my illustrious, juicy lip gloss called Yum Bella. This color is, I believe, it is Soleil. So I do still have my business. I'm gonna start striking up some business, have some hair, and I also sell hair. Girl, y'all know y'all love these lace fronts or whatever. Come get you some hair. So I'm gonna start being back more on my business, and I definitely got to be on my side business, because if y'all let Mr. Trump take over office, baby, you ain't gonna have no fucking money, and we need our money. Give me my money, okay? This is what I'm telling Anna Gummy. Oh, you staying in tonight, okay? I'm about to grab an amaretto sour and a gummy. Sometimes doing this, it's like riding a bicycle. When you first get back on it, you got to start a little slow. But once you get into it, you get into it. So, of course, I want you to hit the like button so I can be all in your algorithms, okay? Because I need you to help me help you, okay? And give you this information. Also, share with your friends. Tell them people to come over to the house and let's have a good time. And y'all can determine how long I want to be here tonight. Shouts out to the Higher Heights. Right about now, they're about to have a virtual watch party for the presidentials. So I'm going to do a poll. I should do that. So y'all tell me if y'all want me to stay with you tonight, in and out, okay? Higher Heights, that's who have this shirt. This business is owned by Black women and Black women of the D9. Y'all know I love my fraternities and sororities, okay? Hey, girl. Black women lead, and I went to them during the DNC. I know I didn't put out my DNC content. I still will. And they had the most lovely party, and I'll tell a story about that in a few minutes. But we got to be on business first. This is what I want to hear. This is the first agenda that I want to talk about. Just voted. Y'all got time to vote? If you got time to vote, get your ass over there and vote. All you need to do is be in the door. In Chicago or Illinois, just be in the door by 7 p.m. Just be in the door. And you can vote. Make sure you register to vote. Make sure you have your identification if need be. Bring something extra if this is not something you do. I.e., because I hear them talking, people be having problems. Make sure that you have pieces of mail to prove that you live where you live. Just anything. But it was less problematic for me because I've already voted where I voted. And the line, it wasn't so bad. And then I decided to do electronic voting versus paper ballot. And I'm glad I did, because the shit was long today. In the city of Chicago, we had to vote for judges and lots of judges. And I thank God one of the sisters over there to the school, she sent us something in the group chat to tell us about some of the judges that we're voting for and to give us recommendations about the people who we are voting. I just voted 2 weeks ago. Yes! Where's my clapping hands in here? Husband voted a week ago and daughter voted just 30 minutes. Come through for the daughter. And that is another point that I just wanted to put out that are very important. I went and voted with my baby today, okay? I've been on her head. Like, this is her first presidential voting cycle, right? I made sure that I have taken her to vote every time I vote for the last couple of years, right? She was a little leery to vote, and she voted before she went to work tonight. And y'all gonna see me checking my phone. She said I gotta answer the door for somebody, probably during this live. Whenever it has come into something that was political, my baby has come to me and been like, okay, what does this mean? Or what are they doing over there? young people, and as all, most of us, right? When you're young, you don't follow the election and you don't follow politics. It's hard. I've just always kind of been into politics, all the way from student government on back. We don't think that it affects us, right? I want to see if I can fix this camera because it's bothering me, y'all. It is. Um, we don't think that it affects us, right? Or we think that later on, in life, we'll get to it. But by the time we do that, the shit is all fucked up, right? And I had to tell her, and especially being young, and like these children, the young people, they're reckless about their lives, especially about sex, right? So the first thing I wanted to come and make her realize that let's talk about reproductive health. That's very important. It's very important, reproductive health. Oh God, I'm gonna have to come back out again in order to make that work. The reproductive health is one of the first things that's on the docket. Can you get a plan B? Me personally, I've never had a plan B before. Probably needed one. But the joke is that I've never had a plan B. Each time that I got pregnant, I had a baby. So I've been pregnant twice. I had 2 babies. It has been hard as hell taking care of those children. Here I am at 44 years old. And this is why y'all haven't seen me much. Trying to finish my college education. Because I've had so many ups and downs in life. Now I've gotten some certificates in the meantime. I just feel like I look dark. Do I look dark? I probably do. Trying to struggle to pay bills, dealing with homelessness at certain parts of my life in my 40s, and now I'm like, okay, I promised my children stability, and I never really gave it to them. It was something that wasn't given to me from my parents, and wanting to have a house. And now I'm still struggling. I'm struggling a lot. Things are getting easier. But now in my 40s, after dark and pretty, I do look dark. Okay. How's that? That looks a little bit better, right? To now starting to see and possibly entertain the idea of having a house would come into fruition for me. And that should have been, I should have had the house before the family. But even with somebody, times are hard. People are living together. They don't even fuck with each other like that. But it's like you just got to live with somebody just to make ends meet. And this is why family is so important nowadays. Don't throw this is okay. And let me give a disclaimer, especially, and I want you people out here in Facebook land that's watching me to really, really understand. Us Black people, we want to throw our children out at 18 years old. I bred my kids up to be like, okay, when you get 18, you're going to get the fuck out the house. Only because I wanted them to be self-sufficient. Excuse me for looking all around and you looking at yourself. It looks crazy. 18 is the time you go to college. 18, you ain't got your head on straight. No matter if you're mature or not. When you look at other cultures, they don't throw their babies out with the bathwater. They cultivate families and they're stronger. And we're sitting up here wondering, oh, these immigrants got all this money, and they could come over here and build, and then they're buying your beauty supply stores that you buy your hair from. They're buying the stores up on the corner that you buy your chips from. They're buying up your gas stations that you get your gas from. They're selling you everything, but here it is that black people who built this country. The country was built off the backs of our ancestors. And those who've been watching my channel, you already know I'm working on this whole ancestry thing and possibly a documentary. Our people were killed and suffered for, and we can't get a dime. We don't have a dime. We have nothing to show for it, even when we're working hard. And the first thing we want to do is throw out our children. They already stole our children from us. Why would you want to throw them out? Instead, these other cultures, they work together. They take care of their elderly. They take care of their young. Excuse me. Hey, I'm seeing some people I ain't seen in a while. They work together, and one works, one watches the kids, one does this. Everybody knows their place, and they also know their place with the man in the home, and him being the Lord of the house, and him working hard and helping take care of the family, and just community. And that's how they're able to buy shit, give somebody else a nice house in the neighborhood that they would never. They go live in a nice neighborhood, but far away from the shit that they work at. And never the two shall meet. They know how to make it work. Stop throwing your kids out. Let's work together. That's how we buy back the block. That's how we take over the systems. They don't want us to have it in the first place. Right. It should be something egregious if they fucking leave, right? I told my daughter she never has to leave. She is an only child, so the house will be hers anyway. She and her husband, whoever she can live here as long as they want. Oh, you won't accept the whole family. And that's interesting. But some people do that. We're supposed to be building estates. We're supposed to be building something. Cultivate your kids that if they're going to move out, make sure that they're self-sufficient, they're knowledgeable, and they don't have that at 18. I told my daughter, no, you don't have to get out. I want you to get out. But when you leave, I want you to never come back. Meaning you leaving here with your shit in order. A house, a car, some real estate, a career, something that you're doing great. How are y'all doing? Hello. Now, we could go the funny route tonight. But we still gonna stand on business first, because I've been saving these Trump memes and shit for a while. Let me see first. If you have not voted and you don't know where to vote, go to iwillvote.com. Let me type that into the chat. Let me type it over here so I can go to Facebook. www.iwillvote.com. And I'm gonna put a poll. Should I go to the election night activities real quick, or should I stay my ass in the house? I reserved the RSVP to go to a little party sponsored by Jonathan Jackson. He really ain't shit, no way. But they be having some good parties. He's cheap. And I said it. I did. Only because I've had. But the people around him are cool. And I gotta go to work in the morning. I think I got a hamburger. Like at the public. I have had such an amazing summer, even though I didn't work. There's so much stuff going on. And I know I owe y'all so much content. I'ma still put it up there. Right. So I really haven't done that. I had on my Converse. You see, I got my pearls on, liberal girl or whatever. So yeah, iwillvote.com. And that will help you find a place to vote. Let's look up the first. We want to look up what's going on in the election. Then I'm also kind of worried about what's going on out there outside. The way people will act, racism. Racism is not so bad. I should have probably did this later, but I didn't know if I was going to be on here for a long time or if I was going to come at all. And if I go outside, again, I might not come back. What is with this stream? I clicked the button, damn it. It's like it won't. It took me like 2 minutes to go live because I couldn't. It say click the button. You got to go to the next one. It disappears and shit. They need to fix this. Like, it's getting worse. What is this? Election night results. Share. So because most of the polls are still open, we won't know. Okay, what layout do I want to? Wow. That one. We won't know. And as I said earlier, certain states, they're not going to call this because they say the election is so close that they won't be able. See that? Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I feel like it's not safe. I kind of do. Like, I feel it's not safe to the point that I almost want to call off work tomorrow. It's on the low end, the party, so it's still in the hood. You know, it's not like it's downtown. So, but I could have like everybody's over there at Manny's Deli, which is, west. All the stuff is west. And I'm like, if the rain is out there, I don't know if I'm going to go out there. So, we do know we have to make sure that we're aware of the way the Electoral College works. It can sway the popular vote. These right here, these states, these are like some of the major states. Well, I just had that word in my in the swing states or whatever that can change whatever. Now Indiana, I'm trying not to say things that are racial slurs or whatever, so please bear with me. And when I talk slow, I'll be sitting up here trying to watch my words. So AP has not. We need 270 electoral votes to win. Okay. Now again, this is still early. A lot of the polls are still open. They don't really start counting shit until like 8 o'clock Central Standard Time when all the polls are closed, and you can start to see this. So what you're seeing, you'll see more stuff on the East Coast. Because their polls are closed. Chicago's polls close in 8 minutes. So Trump has 23 electoral college votes, and Harris has 3. Okay, but look at this. It just depends on and I'm going to school some of y'all because I am astounded that a lot of y'all, and I'm talking to the age group that is primarily here, you 30, 40, 50-year-old bitches, okay? And I usually don't call women bitches, but and the reason why I said that is because y'all be in these groups cussing each other out. You know all about everybody else's business. You know how to look up people in their backgrounds and we know all of the mess that goes on over here on this side of YouTube that I'm privy to. Y'all know how to do all kind of backwards ass shit, but you do not know how to do things that you need to know how to do. Whether it be wiping your coochie and keeping it clean, because I found out a lot of y'all don't know about that, or how voting works, okay? So the bigger the state, the bigger the votes. This is why we have such battleground states, which are so important. Battleground states. Some of the main states that we're looking for. And I probably, if I had time, I would have went. They had buses for us to go to Michigan and Wisconsin. They were going from Chicago every weekend to go canvass and call and get people to vote and to vote for Kamala Harris. And I'm going to go get my stick and put it right next to me. We are a Kamala household over here. So these are bigger states. And so far with the main precincts already, and I'm going to slow it down in a minute, checking in, this is the way they are leaning and calling the states. We already know that some of these states is a Republican states. And one thing I'll say about the Republicans, they don't even like Trump, a lot of them, but they still voting for that motherfucker and they'll stand by him. They stand by Trump like some of you ladies stand by that nigga that's sitting up there eating your children's fruit snacks and Capri Suns for lunch and sitting up there playing video games and beating your ass. That is the way the Republicans stand by Trump. Why? Oh, why can't we stand by a candidate over here? And I don't even say I'm blue. I'm more liberal than anything. But why can't we stand by a candidate that's worth something? This nigga is a clown. But y'all love his dirt drop. I don't understand it. So back to business. See, this is why my algorithm don't be jumping, because I go all the way to the left, be saying some old crazy shit. But it's okay. I'm going to continue to be me. Okay? So in Indiana, and this is only 24% of the precincts reporting. So he's got there are 11 electoral votes up for grabs. And right now, Donald Trump, he's killing over there. Okay. He has 64% of the vote. So he's almost doubled, in votes over there, what she's got. Right. So we proceed down to Kentucky. 34% have voted. And some things could change, but this is what they're projecting. Okay, because he has such a significant lead. 64% of the vote over there. I wish I could make this bigger and more congruent. In Kentucky, he's almost at 5,000 votes. West Virginia, that's light-skinned land over there too, okay? Old backwoods Barney land, okay, in West Virginia. Okay, but it's actually kind of close. Now, only 7% have reported with 4 electoral votes. He's leading in 56%. And I should be announcing this stuff in my news voice, and I'm just went all off the rails, okay? In Ohio, okay, come on, quit playing. We got Ohio is a battleground state. There's a lot of electoral votes at stake. 17 to be exact right now, and only 10% reporting, so they're not leaning towards any way. When you see as a color like that, they're saying like, okay, it could be any man's game. So Trump is leading 53%, Kamala 45%. Let's move on down south. And I'm going to take a pause for the cause. This is what it is. I will never vote against my interest. That's the whole thing. Vote who is doing your interest. And the thing, these people are voting for Trump. And he's not even in these people's interest, right? Like, he's not even like nothing. Like nothing. Like, he don't even give a fuck about you. But you're going to vote him anyway. Because he's a man. Excuse me. And then a lot of people are scared of him too. Diddy. Georgia. We know Georgia's a red state. We know this. Georgia is dealing with a lot of voter suppression. They're over there trying to blow shit up. Last presidential race, they were sitting up there, out there with in vans with the guns and whatnot, threatening people about their votes. There's a lot going on in Georgia. I mean, they still have people hanging their Confederate flags up, you know, and I believe they probably still got slaves and sharecroppers down there somewhere. There are some people down there right now that can't go outside because the sun is down. You might not make it to the next morning, and that's a thing. It's unfortunate that in 2024 it's a thing, but it's a thing. And if Trump gives police immunity from all things, those type of police officers that are supposed to protect and serve, if I haven't seen corrupt police officers already, they will be running amok. Oh, thank you, Minnie. I tried. Look, this is the thing. I give the real news, the theme of 50/50 news, and I didn't even play the right intro here. Is to give you the 100% news with a twist of wrenching. I'm going to always give you what the facts is first. I'm going to give you my opinions. What I learned in broadcasting school, because I really did go, is that we are supposed to give the facts unbiased. So there's always going to be a moment where, hey, I'm going to give you, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. But then I'm going to tell you, hey, this is what the hell I think. Why? Because this is my YouTube channel. And I'm going to let you know this is my opinion versus the fact. So yes, I want to, and this is why sometimes I don't come live about a lot of things, because I hear so much misinformation. It could be even about the entertainment news. It's like, where did you hear that? Where did you get that from? Right? And you gotta backpedal and pussy pop when you say something wrong. Or people, I tell people it's power in the platform, right? And people misuse their platform. Look, this is real time. Come on, Kamala. Okay. It's the little engine that could. We got some more precincts in. It's 7:02. Okay. 7:02. Shouts out to the girls. This stuff is changing. I'm gonna refresh all together because, yeah, this is changing as we speak. She said Ohio is leaning blue. Look, they have been doing a lot of canvassing out in Ohio. So look, where we at? All these red states. I'm not surprised they just are what they are. As long as you get the big battleground states, that can wipe out some of everything. Georgia, 33%. Donald Trump and Kamala, 44%. That is like historic for Georgia, okay? Georgia is halfway turning blue only because all them Chicago people, all these people from other states are invading Florida. We already know y'all, the Floridians and down there with George the Satan, as they like to call him. I'm not surprised. But I was going to say it could change. It's a short, but this is 81% of Florida reporting. So that's 30 electoral votes. That is a huge thing for Trump. He needs that. And he lives in Florida. So those people are going to kind of ride for him. I think if everything is done right, Harris will get California. That is where she comes from. And that is a larger electoral vote count. And she needs to get Nevada with it. I don't know. This is all of these things. And those are legalities that are going to come up later. How can Trump vote with 37 felonies? And he still got more court cases to go. Like, this Trump shit is nowhere near over. What happens, God forbid, he gets elected president and then he got to go to jail? So where do we go from this? This is dumb. And other countries are looking at us like, what are you doing? Look at all this red. And I bet you he over there jumping up and down too. Tennessee, only 1% is reporting. But that 1%, 82% of the people, that 1,800 people have voted for Donald Trump. And 405 for Tennessee. So we got a long way to go there. Alabama. These are places that I'm not surprised. They're just saying that's a red state. They don't have shit there. Mississippi. They saying it's a red state because them people still got slaves. But I have faith in them that they're going to kind of change right in here. I'm not saying that it's going to necessarily be blue, but I think there are going to be some things, right? Oklahoma, no votes in, but they're just saying, now look, let's go over here to these colonies. Believe it or not, these colonies, they're so small, but they are so important. They're so important. Did we see Trump go vote is the question. Now, if he gets voted in, he's going to try to keep himself from going to jail by changing some laws, which I think is very fucked up. Vermont, 21% voting, 68% for Kamala. So she's almost doubled the votes of Donald Trump. It's only 3 electoral votes, but all these little things are important and they count. Massachusetts, no votes, but that's a blue state. Excuse me. And I'm listening. I'm watching my phone and I'm listening. I don't know, y'all. The people upstairs, they is playing their little music. Connecticut is just a blue state, 7 electoral votes. So those carry. They're just calling these states. Where are we at? Maryland. Okay. Maryland. 10 electoral votes. So he did vote. Maybe they ain't put it in the system. Yeah, but he gonna change stuff. And it's a lot of felons and people in jail that are upset about it. Believe it or not. New Hampshire. Kamala's in the lead. Last night I'm sorry, I can hear the music upstairs. Standing and I started pretending I knew you and you knew. I might have to play some stuff. This ain't gonna get monetized like that anyway, because it's election stuff. Pennsylvania, woo! 71% so far, 3% report. If Kamala gets Pennsylvania, that's gonna be a very big thing. Pennsylvania is, I'm looking at the TV over here too in my room. Pennsylvania is a state to watch. That is on the docket. That would be so much. It's so big for her. That is 19 electoral votes. For a minute. Virginia is close. That's carrying 13 electoral votes. Kamala is at 52%. Donald Trump is at 50%. Let's see. We know. Okay, I know Illinois just closed. Okay, North Carolina. Okay, North Carolina is carrying 55% for Kamala so far. Virginia, what? It's close. And that's 13 whole electoral college votes. And we've been saying for years they need to get rid of the electoral college because this is not the popular vote. Now, right now, if you look at the popular vote, Trump is still winning by 2 million votes. But that is going to be distinctly different when these states start coming in. Okay, we got Texas in the building. South Carolina is a red state. 58% for Trump so far. Come close again. Georgia's leaning right now to 56%. But we have to be mindful that these are small amounts reporting as well. New Jersey, 68% Kamala. And I might get off of here and then come back and do a little homework. Because I do need to do some homework. Y'all want me to graduate. I need y'all to support me. Texas. Texas carries the most. Woo! It's neck and neck in Texas. I need my girl to carry Texas. God, we're going to pray for it right now in Jesus' name. Can you give Texas a compliment? So if for the rest of the night, if it looks like this, see, it just changed in just a second. It was 49%, 49%. Now it's 50 and 48, right? 16% voting. If it continues to be like this, this is a state that definitely will not call tonight and will not carry tonight, because they're going to go through every ballot, every mail-in ballot, every voting ballot. They're going to go through it, comb through it little by little, just to make sure, and count it over and over again, just to make sure that they have the accurate amount of votes. Oklahoma. Now, did my Texas duty? Yes. Yeah. And then you have also a lot of implants over in Texas, right? Okay, results expected around 8 o'clock. So all of these people, if you're in Mountain Standard Time, you still can go out and vote. Please go vote. Alaska, expecting around 12 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Okay. That's a long time. Hawaii, 11 o'clock. So the time deficit will definitely affect these things. Excuse me, I don't know. Maybe I need my humidifier. My throat got dry here. Okay, yeah, we do still have some of these other motherfuckers over here. I think this is a waste of a vote. People voted for Bobby Kennedy. I don't think we'll know till Thursday, not Friday. Maybe Thursday or Friday. Yeah, it's going to be a minute. So whatever happens, I'm going to tell you this weekend is going to be lit. Chase Oliver, I didn't even hear about him. I heard about Jill Stein. I heard about Bobby Kennedy. Voting for Bobby Kennedy is voting for Trump, because he went over there making backdoor deals with that, right? If you know, you know. I have some information. Y'all think I might sit here and do some homework. Let's see what does y'all poll say. Oh, y'all want me to go outside. Let me see. 69, 16. Y'all want me to go outside and go see stuff and then come back? Then protesters, voters get them on it. There are a lot of protesters out. I've seen the protesters out, even with the DNC. But thank God it was a lot of peaceful protesters, right? What time is it? 7. If I go out 7:30 and come back in at 9. Okay, Florida. How do they call it already with only 87% report? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So 87% only Orlando, Palm Beach, Miami, Tallahassee. These small areas have not put in their results yet. So yes, the majority of Florida has turned in. So that's why they're calling it. Okay. Georgia on my mind. Okay. 36% voting as reported. So this isn't called. Well, we got to look at this Atlanta, and I know Atlanta, that's been a major point of contention. All of these little gray parts. There are a lot of precincts in Georgia. I didn't know it was that distinct, right? Can you imagine being, I don't know if y'all can see my mouth. Okay, you can. If you lived here and you was a slave or something like that, or a sharecropper, and you had to walk all the way to Savannah to vote for miles and miles, and then they tell your ass that you can't vote. Hey, welcome back, right? And look, here, take a pause for the cause. Like this video. Some of y'all might need to take away your subscription and resubscribe, or double check that you're still subscribed, because YouTube is good for taking people's subscriptions away. I've seen that recently. I'm like, I've been watching people and they took the subscriptions away. And if you've been laying dormant and haven't been in here, they'll take your subscription away. So please subscribe. If you're commenting, I know you're subscribed. Augusta, Athens, all the big places, except for Macon. Macon is already reported. So 36% reporting. What is this key race? Kamala, woo, come through Michigan. That was a hard press. Okay. It's a lot. We got a long way to go. It's only 2% because Michigan just closed maybe an hour ago. Hey, my BJ. Where we at? How she look? She's behind, but the major states, like electoral, we still got some major states that need to come in. So Michigan is a hard place. It's been a hard place. These people have been in Michigan. Okay, you got one. She's leading over there in the Detroit area, suburban Detroit area. I know the Flint, the people down in Flint, y'all better come through. Okay, so all of these places have not reported, but the Detroit area has, and she has a significant lead. We'll see how this turns out. I hope that the trend continues to do like this. I won't get excited and say she won and all that, because it's so much that hasn't happened, right? That hasn't come in for Michigan. Michigan is a battleground state. And I hope I'm not too boring tonight, because, you know, I should have. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been so busy. I would have maybe made some games or something like this for tonight. 15 electoral votes. So, again, that carries a lot. North Carolina. And I think I'm going to go away and maybe come back around 9 or something. So, y'all got to make this choice. Y'all vote for me, go outside. But if I do this the way it needs to be done, I need to be in the house. What am I supposed to do? AP has not called this race. 16 votes, North Carolina. So this is the intricacy of New York. North Carolina. The main areas, Charlotte and Raleigh and Fayetteville, they have not turned in yet. This is more the suburban areas, which are sometimes the harder areas. You know, that kind of gives you a trend of what the country or that state will look like. I found it interesting, you know. That means she worked hard in North Carolina, because those states, those slave states is what I call them, they're not checking for us, especially not no black woman. Pennsylvania. This is going to be so important. So only 7% of Pennsylvania, and those are suburban areas. We need to see how she's doing in Philadelphia. That would be so important. How she's doing in Philadelphia. She's leading 348,000 votes to 113,000 votes. This is another state I won't get excited about when I'm looking at this map to see, you know, where and who voted. I need to see a little bit more. This suburb of Pittsburgh, that's important, because Pittsburgh is a very pivotal town here. Yeah. But she's leading by 73%, which is great. We just need these trends to keep going. Ooh, I don't give a fuck about the Senate yet. Now, we will talk about that, because we're trying to turn over the Senate to people. It's so important. So these are the rest of the battleground states. 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Yeah. Nevada, Wisconsin, expect about 8. So I'll probably go away and come back maybe about 9:30. We have some actual elections and we can see what we're doing. Okay, let's go to the Senate. Oh, Ted Cruz, this y'all favorite person over here. Shit. Ted Cruz. Leading in Texas. Of course. At one time, I kind of liked him. I kind of liked he, and then he started talking. It's like a guy that you was going to get a coochie to when you was dating, or you got to talk, and then he started talking. And he started doing things, it's like, what? No, you know what? I don't even want to, yeah, I'm fine. And they be wondering why you put him in the friend zone. Because, like, you could have had it, but you just fucked up. Like, and that's how I feel about Ted Cruz. Like, he he had a good thing. He had a good thing that he could have done, but I just like, who turned you out and messed you up, sir? So this is what we're looking like in the Senate. Look, regardless, people. Okay, let's learn some civics here. Regardless of who is president, who runs the Senate is so important. Muy importante. When you black folk who say, I'm going to vote for Trump. As a matter of fact, y'all need to see me. Where's my mouse? For you black folk who said, I'm voting for Trump because he gave me $1,200. I hate this speech with a passion, right? First of all, all the way trash. He is a bullet that you dodge, right? Trump didn't give us anything. First of all, welfare, government money, all of that, that's money. If you work a job, that's your money. That's money that you put in. When y'all complain about paying taxes, and like here in Chicago, our taxes is 10.25% on the bag of chips. That's your people's Rick Scott. Y'all all red all day. Y'all bleeding down there. We pay into things so that when we are in need, we can get it out. Okay? So first of all, that was your money. Second of all, the money was released by Congress. The Senate and the Congress, they work on your laws, right? They work on those people that y'all think is not important to vote for. You just click any motherfucking thing. These are the people that we're looking at on this screen here, or I'm looking at on the screen here, that controls all that shit. And so when Nancy Pelosi and her people said, hey, Trump, it's a pandemic and the people need some money, which the pandemic spread more because of Trump not taking the shit seriously. And now your grandmama has died, or you got a cough like I got something that I ain't never been right. You see me rubbing my nose. I took a COVID test in this nostril and I need surgery in my nose. And the way you put that shit all the way up there, my nostrils have not been right since. At least that one hasn't, right? And I have nosebleeds and stuff at random times because of COVID. People have long COVID, all kinds of shit, right? And COVID-19 came over here and we could not work. Nobody was working. And let's put this in the grand scheme of things. You ain't worked a job and your rent is now $100, $1,500, $2,000. and the motherfucker gave you a $1,200 check to last you for 4 months and maybe some food stamps. And here it is 6 years later, roughly. Well, it happened in 2020, but the office is in 2025. So we'll just say 4 years, 4.5 years later. Y'all still like, he gave me $1,200. The first time they mentioned giving the money back to the people so that they can start to survive, he said no. These people do not care about things that don't affect them. He already had money. He already had food. He already had power, and he already had access. So while we was running around staying in the house and dressing up in plastic bags to go to the grocery store, I didn't do none of that shit. I caught COVID when I went back to work with some of y'all's nasty ass kids. I'll just say that. And that's a fact. When the nurses and all these people were overloaded, there are some things that could have been prevented. He told the Congress, no, the people can't have the money. Fuck them. Congress press. Look, we need you to sign this check to get some relief to the people. He said, only if I can put my name on the check, then the people can have the money. So Nancy Pelosi and the gang said, hey, fuck it. Mitch McConnell said, hey, fuck it. Put your name on the check. And if you think I'm lying, I want you to go and fact check it. And YouTube's not finna check it because that's a fact. That's a fact. He doesn't have the authority to say, hey, give the people the money. Obama didn't have the authority in the first place when he did the child tax credit. He has to ask permission. This is why we have the system of checks and balances. You have the House and the Senate, and you have the presidential office. It's all the three branches of government. Okay? Something you start learning in, I guess, not third grade, maybe 4th or 5th grade or something like that. Civics. Obviously, a lot of you people failed because y'all don't know shit. And you don't pay attention to shit. Only way where you know something is now I know I can go live on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. The motherfucker got to dance for you to get. Do you know you need to vote? Do you know how you got to? Like children. This is your life. And multiple times on the Facebook page, and I'm calling y'all out. Don't care. You know I don't care because most of y'all know me personally. It's a gender reveal today. Is it teen boy, teen girl? Are you fucking serious? You putting the fate of your children's lives and your lives in the state of whether you got a dick or not. Are you fucking serious? This Senate race is important because those same senators going to help write your laws and say that you can't fuck and get rid of the baby. And this is beyond my personal beliefs of what you should do with your body. But I believe you should be able to do what you want to do with your body. It's so many, I work in the schools now. It's so many ain't shit parents. How did they allow you to procreate? I just didn't watch that shit. They had a baby, they don't give a fuck about them. And he's sitting up here at the damn debate talking about they aborting the babies at the 9th month. Are you fucking serious? That's a dumbass shit. That's who y'all want to follow. They're eating the pets. They're eating dogs. They're eating the cats. That's the shit y'all want to follow. And then when it comes to some real issue, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. How did this get like this? Oh, my vote don't count. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Go meet your constituents. Those same people, your senators and your legislators, and these people, when you need something to eat and you need to go to the pantry, because you will. They're the ones that help provide things for you. Those people down in Florida all flooded out and shit like that, they need governors and senators that are going to make sure that they give FEMA money. They're going to make sure that your infrastructure in your state is good. They're going to make sure that you have programs. That's why they love Tim Walz in Minnesota, because he made shit happen for his state. It starts at the lowest level. And unfortunately, Donald Trump has been allowed and afforded, because he could afford to do the shit that he does. He just went straight in for the kill and became president. And I thought it was funny when I first heard it, but when his shit started getting real, I knew that it was not funny. And it's not a joke. That is serious. Yes, I did. That bothers me. That should bother y'all too. That should bother y'all. If everything, as many times these people judge me and my image about being looking minister-like or being polished enough in what I do. And, like I said, I really have held some of my opinions back this election because I just didn't have time. It has irked the hell out of me the way they have talked under Kamala's clothes. And somehow, some way, her magical vagina has afforded her to be the vice president of the United States. If that were true, I need to go learn what she learned, because I'm doing my whole life wrong, right? It had nothing to do with her intelligence, her connections, her hard work, just her vagina. And that's presidential, right? But you have this clown, this man, who could sit up there and pretend as if he's sucking off a mic because it's not loud enough. That's presidential. That's the image of a president who is supposed to be higher, in higher stature than anybody. That is what you want for a president. It's sad. You need to look at your neighbor and look at the people around you and really evaluate the type of people that they are sometimes, based on these decisions that they're telling you that they're making. Just like the R. Kelly apologist. Yes, I said it. Y'all know I'm going to say it. Even somebody I was laying with at the time. You know you did it, though. It's not okay. And I looked at you, so you okay with taking pussy? You okay with violating little girls? No, but I'm saying, well, it's equivalent. And some of you people out there watching me on Facebook, and we've had these arguments, I'm saying now, if you are okay with it, then I'm looking at you sideways that you take vagina too. We know he did it, yes. But is it okay? No. Is it okay for the things that Trump is saying that he's going to do to you? No. And he's a convicted felon for assaulting women as well. Somebody that take pussy from women, that's who you want to vote for. Over there on Epstein Island, they was doing little girls. Some of y'all I can't forgive you. I just can't do it. Am I saying Kamala ain't done a lot of shit right? But baby, I'll be damned. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And they were voting Rick Scott like they forgot about all the fucking raids he did and how he filled up the jails. Or see, again, this is a Florida thing, and I'm not familiar with him, so I don't know. So this is a person that likes to violate black people, basically what you're saying. And they're planning on giving immunity to the police for doing these illegal things. They're going to run them up. Yeah, he been trying to get with Putin. And they have yet to show all the photos he took with Epstein. They're not going to. Because Ghislaine Maxwell is in jail. They've gotten their two fish. And she's admitted, like, yeah, she was his bottom bitch. She was his pimp for him. She was the gorilla pimp. She would go out and get the girls. She's in jail. And Epstein is dead. And he did not get his just deserts. He was not convicted. You say, yes. You feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they not going to. You still know people and know people. Like, if I really went, and I'm going to think about how I'm going to do this, I went into that. All baby, reporting on Diddy, even listening about it is tiring. Doing all our Diddy work, I just don't have time to do it. Baby, when y'all say, like, are the R. Kellys of the world and the Diddy's of the world and Trumps of the world and men in general, just like those men, they have a lot of money. And y'all like to think, oh, just tell on the... Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. When you got people of the law in your pocket and different people in your pocket, you can get away with literally murder. You can get away with a lot of things. And they know how to get away with a lot of things. And these rabbit holes go down deep and deep and deep. And people are obviously, look at this election, sometimes more weak-minded than you will ever know. Or they need to pay their rent and their bills. They need something, right? And so these things are so important for them. And with that entrapment that these men do, they get emboldened to do it. They know who to hide from, who to do what to, and where to go and how to do certain things. It's not as simple as people would like to put it. It's not. If you don't have nowhere to go, how are you going to go? If you don't have means to go, how do you go? If somebody threatens your life and they know where you stay, and your mama stay, and your brother stay, your greasy grandma, and they're going to do all of these things, and they have the means to ruin your life. Like Trump is a person that really has the means to ruin your life. He's been presidential. He knows people to ruin your life. So what are you going to do? You going to suck them off? You stuck there trying to make a plan of how am I going to get out? So you stop victimizing victims. It's just not that simple. And right now we are the victims. So this is the Senate. I didn't know he was still running. Okay, Bernie Sanders. Okay, so they like Bernie up there in Vermont, and he's staying. That's somebody we need on our team. Elizabeth Warren, she's been in office. I think they need to, sometimes though, they need to cap how long these motherfuckers stay in their job. But again, nowadays these young people don't want to work, so you don't never know. There's no Senate race in New Hampshire. Rhode Island. All these is blue. We need more blue. Sheldon Whitehead, I guess, is winning. Connecticut is blue. Chris Murphy. Excuse me. Oh, this is way blue in New Jersey. Congratulations, Andy Kim. I don't know her name. Elizabeth Blunt. Rochelle. I'm gonna say I don't know her name, but it's still blue. Maryland is looking like it's red, but it's only 1%. And that may change if they flip it over for Kamala. Them judges need to go out for 5 years. Yes, we probably need to change the Supreme Court. Them people be in there for life. So all them people that voted against your reproductive rights, and I'm going to stay on this reproductive rights thing. Y'all fucked up. Atrocious. They're going to keep it like that. Pennsylvania is leaning blue very strongly, and that might be a good thing for Kamala. Ohio is leaning blue, but it's a lot more smaller. West Virginia, oh, it's red, okay. Virginia is leaning blue. Timothy Kane, no race there. Nobody in the race. Okay, Florida, Rick Scott. But whoever what her name is, Debbie, whatever. What's her name? Debbie Jesus Christ. Let's use our reading voice. Muckersell Powell. She's not that far behind. She still has a chance, but he's an incumbent too. Incumbent means he was already there. Okay. A lot of times it's hard to defeat the incumbent. I think she still has a chance though because of the difference in the vote. He's leading by 1 million votes. Oh, it's at 91%. Oh, never mind. So they've called the race already. Rick Scott. Okay. They want to keep all the slave owners in Florida. It just is what it is. I'm sorry. Come on, stop. Mississippi only 4%, but red. I'm sorry, Yolanda. I'm sorry. That's why you need a black president. Jim Banks, Indiana. Again, a very red state. Oops. Now they're playing red and rap music. Okay, Sherrod. It's close. It's a close race. I won't call it hard for nobody, but Ohio's leaning blue. That's important. No senators in Illinois. Michigan, leaning blue. That is imperative. Pennsylvania, whoo, yes. Leaning blue. Wisconsin, leaning blue. Minnesota, leaning blue. North Dakota, red. Montana, leaning blue. Washington, leaning blue. We lost 1 seat, gained 1 seat. California, Utah, Texas, red with checkers. The poppy down here think this is orange man like that. It's like, no, they don't. And it's a money thing. And y'all really don't understand. So we are 10 seats down. And this whole thing has always come to basically a 1-1 or 2-1 seat. So the GOP, that's Republicans, they have 43 seats. out of 50. Okay? If they get 7 more seats, they got it. And that's going to be bad for us. Yes, and your nerves should be bad with this election, okay? It should be. It's going to be a problem. They need 7 seats in order to control the Senate. If we got the one, Bernie Sanders is independent, but it's just like Democrat, and they got his ass over there. So, yeah. And he's going to roll with us. So we're short. I hope we can pull it together. The House. We need 218 seats for the majority. And it seems like it's all of these red states are reporting they're leading in the House. I'm trying not to say this word. These white people and these, these extremists, and I'm calling it extremists because some of them are terrorists as far as I'm concerned. They have mobilized. Okay? I'm going to see what the creators for Kamala is doing. Democratic Party. See, Florida, that's so small. That's around Orlando. Is the blue people. Okay? But again, these are all the racist states anyway, so I'm going to wait till some of the other states come in. So we still have all of this is hopefully blue like it says. Blue, 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 blue. I'm shocked at Illinois in some parts. Now, I do know that we got a lot of Republicans here, racists here, but I'm shocked. I'm going to have to answer the door in a second. I'm going to have to play a commercial. Texas, we already know. And the ones that is red, that's the final. That's the final for them. Massachusetts got 5 seats. That's great. I'm not seeing none in Illinois. Democratic. Pennsylvania got 4 so far. That's great. The city of Chicago, we're not finna fuck around. Like, that small part we already know. But they're leaning that most of Illinois is leaning red for the Senate. Or is this the House? This is the House of Representatives. These are the lawmakers. And look, I'm sitting up here doing this and thinking y'all can see. Why didn't y'all say something? Y'all got to ring my bell. Pennsylvania, a lot of it is blue. This is going to be neck and neck. That blue and that red. Tennessee, red. North Carolina, blue. There's some small parts that are going to be blue. But the majority is going to be red. Georgia, majority is going to be red. But that big spot right there is going to be blue. And that's good for Georgia. That's helpful. Louisiana, blue. Arkansas, mostly blue. Half and half, which is a long way. Because it used to be red. Mississippi, a lot of their seats going to be blue. It's almost half and half. Missouri, half and half blue. We might have it, but it's going to be hard. So, Michigan, mostly red. But Wisconsin, all blue. So, we're looking at 60 to 35 right now. Governors. 22 Republican governors, 21 Democrat. And what y'all don't realize is gubernatorial, and that's the word, gubernatorial races help to dictate. Like, these are the people who run for president and vice president. I know our governor, he wanted to be vice president with Kamala Harris. I almost called him a boy, a bitch. Let me look at this TV. 5 million votes cast in Georgia. Trump is losing in Kansas. That's the funniest name for a Blagojevich. We got Pritzker, one of the richest men in the country. J.B. Pritzker is our governor. So let's check back in. Before we go, I'm going to come back later because I don't like just running my mouth just for my mouth. And it'd be boring. This is what we're looking like in the presidential race. This is nail biter. Okay. As I told you, Illinois was voting for Kamala. Yes, God. Trump is at 101 out of 270. He's 3 million votes ahead. $3 million votes ahead. Now, what they're saying is all of this, as of right now, all of these states, even though she could win all these states, really, and somehow it might not mean shit if she don't get a couple of important states. Like this Pennsylvania shit is important for her because that's 19 votes. But down here, Donald Trump down here, right now, this is going to be hard. This one is going to be hard. There are 40 electoral votes in Texas. That's important. I'm glad these people kind of rally around her. It's key states that they need the most for these electoral votes for her to win. I'm telling y'all, and I need y'all help. I ain't gonna lie to you. If when Kamala wins, I want to go to the inauguration, and I'm gonna need some money. Now, I promise you, I'm gonna do what my due diligence and go live and do the content that I want to, because I won't be in school yet. I'll be on break, and I want to go with the creators for Kamala. Like we in a group chat, like we ready. I got my Converse already, and I'm gonna stone them and everything. I want to go to the inauguration. I want to be there. No lie. Moving to Wakanda just too much. I told you at the beginning of this thing. Oh, I said it on TikTok. You better have your passports. I gotta get my passport. I've been pussyfoot. I've been trying to get it. I didn't get it when I was supposed to get it, and the day I was supposed to get it, they canceled on me. And I couldn't get it. 111 to 72. Abortion is on the ballot in 10 states. I need to look this up so I can give this information to you. A lot of these states, I am in a sanctuary state, so if you want to come have an abortion, you can come up here. These doctors are getting this money. Excuse me, but the thing about having a pregnancy termination, it can also be about like your life. Like you need something to save your life. People aren't even having life-saving terminations. It's Princess N2K. I'm finna cut up now. I can go live on TikTok, and I know it. I'll be live over here, live over there. TikTok is a little bit harder for me. I feel like an old lady. So they said Trump actually has 111 electoral votes. What is that? What am I watching? I'm gonna turn on CNN real quick. Key states. Illinois, whooping that, and that's only at 16%. They already know Illinois coming through. We already knew this. Yeah, them small little hick towns, those are farm towns, downstate, Champaign, all that. Yeah, those smaller places are significant when they vote, when they get through, making their Trump votes. Because we got some MAGA people up here, and not like the ones that Justice Smollett be talking about. We had a noose around his neck, all that bullshit. But they're more in the city anyway. And up here at the top, and those rich places, and they're even voting for Kamala. Indiana, we already know. Indiana is one of the most racist states in the United States, especially for it to be in the north. Don't fuck around and find out in Indiana. That's what Mike Tyson went to jail. Like, They'll get you in Indiana. So I am not surprised. Now this part up here, up there, right next to Chicago, like I go here to go get gas every week. I go to Indiana and get gas. That's where you buy your cigarettes. It's where you buy your liquor. All of it's cheaper. So of course that's blue because it's closer to like the mainland. But I had a MAGA person stop me in a Walmart a couple of weeks ago, and he's trying to tell me why I should vote. I was like, motherfucker, Trump don't. He's like, you live in the city, and where's Kamala been? I'm like, she's the vice president. Where was she supposed to be? Trump does not appeal to any of my interests. Just me being a black woman, you a white man, and that's white man. He doesn't care nothing about what I got going on. Hence, you don't have my vote. I'm an educator. Contrary to what some of y'all think, and let me make this clear. Because that's why I need to do my goddamn homework right now. I am an educator. Officially. I know some of y'all don't think, and I'm, not the traditional teacher. I'm not teacherly. My kids love me though. Oddly enough. As I clutch my pearls, I'm ready to take them off. I am studying to get my degree in education. And I have to take my test this week to officially be licensed as a full-time teacher. And these are all kind of little technicalities of this thing you never thought about. So I'm not a full-time classroom teacher as according to paper or degree. But under a technicality, I have a different teaching degree license, a sub-license. So I still have licenses to teach school. And if I went to charter schools or whatever, I can go right in as a full-time classroom teacher. I have 2 or 3 licenses in education or whatever. I am an educator, a teacher. I can go be a professor. Any educator who loves or care about having a job should, thank you, Roxy Rose, should always vote. All education super PACs should be behind Kamala Harris because Trump done told your ass he gonna take your motherfucking job. And he don't care nothing about it. Look what he did before. He put Betsy DeVos in the Department of Education. She know nothing about schooling and education. Indiana governor elect. So Mike Braun, Indiana folks, that's going to be your governor, Mike Braun. So 53. We're going to see DC. Results expected soon. DC is leaning towards Kamala. But it's only 3 electoral votes. This is more than this. I know Trump's got it 111. At least on my TV it says 111 to 72. So it jumped up. He's got 21 million votes. She's got 18. She's still down by 3 million, but she's hot on the heels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm probably going to eat something else. Oh, 1 and 1. I'm going to go eat something and come back. So they basically called this race. In Indiana, you have a Republican governor. North Carolina, are they calling this yet? Yes. Josh Stein. Y'all have a Democratic governor. Congratulations. Yikes. They're playing Novocaine upstairs. GOP is 70. Democrat is 38. Senate. Come on, y'all got to come through. Y'all got to come through. All right, so that's where we are. Oh, I thought y'all could see. I'm sorry. Let me show y'all one more time. Uh, President, he's leading still. Senate is 43 to 34. We need 50. Okay. We got a long way to get the results from the House. 70 to 38. Okay. All right. So, like I said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back because I don't want to just be bored and watching this stuff. I'm gonna do some things. Um, we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna set it maybe about 9:30. We'll come back, and that way a lot of the election results will come in, and I can charge up my phones and do everything that I need to do. Maybe clean up or do an assignment or something. Look at my homework, which I should have been done all day and did shit. But it's okay. It was my day off, and I needed the rest. So, with that being said, I hope that you liked the video. Share this video. Let someone else know. We're gonna be back like 9:30 Central Standard Time for the election results, or just the basics about the election results, so we can get it out going. Please be safe when you're going out here. Look for civil unrest. Look, just watch your back, your neck, everything. Like I said, I'm gonna be back. But I will say, if you haven't told anybody that they love you, that you love them, and nobody else has told you that they love you, I'm gonna say that I love you. Okay. Hug yourself, love yourself, go out and walk your kids out in nature. I'll be back. My name is Princess A.V, and you are watching the House of the Princess. I'm not turning out the lights, I'm just turning them down. Go get you a cool beverage. I'm going to come back with a glass of wine or something, I believe, and we're going to work this thing on out. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the House of the Princess. See you later. How this thing do? Bye, y'all.